Hello guys, welcome back. My name's Asmarant, and before I start, I want to put a few things straight. Number one, I want to apologise for the live stream. During the day before the American football game started, the New York Giants versus the Patriots, I was doing a gaming stream, and it went well. Green light all the way throughout the stream, and it went well. The reason I did the game stream is because I wanted to know I'll do live stream the NFL for you guys, so you've got the score above the head so you can see everything, and I will talk you through as much as I can. The game streaming went well, green light. When I did stream the game, I had yellow light buffering all the time, going into red, yellow, buffering. It's going to be a 20-second delay, buffering this, buffering that, and I didn't understand why. And I had it on a high 1080p. So I used a lower frame rate, and it was sort of fine, and then it just died on me. And the internet was still going strong. The Wi-Fi box was going strong. Like, I didn't understand Wi-Fi, perfect. It's all LAN cable. It's all wired up, nothing. So my box was over there at the time. And then the 49ers and Packers game come up. I thought, right, I'll give it a go, see what I can do. And by the first quarter, the internet died. So I do apologise about that. The second thing I want to apologise is that I tried to keep up with the camping, the 49ers training camp, day 13, and it didn't happen. I'm sorry for that. I was unwell. But today we're on day 14, and I'm covering it now. And I'm going to do a live stream on Thursday and see a game. The American football, so I'm going to do a gaming streaming on Friday because I've moved now the internet box down here underneath my desk to see if that helps. That will be on there, and then I'm going to live stream the 49ers at the Minnesota Vikings, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, let's get into day 14 of the training camp. So day 13 for Trey Lance was bad, but Grant Cohen, as you can see here, he covers it. He said it weren't too bad. Short passes, I think it was like 3 or 4 or 13, 14 or something. It was bad. But it wasn't some of his fault. He's still on the learning curve. He's still doing all right, but he was still on the bad list. So let's continue with this one. This is the good and not so good of day 14. So here we go. His best pass today was 20-yard missile up the stream to Cole Jusic, which is good. Okay, here we go. So, Santa Clara, here's who stood out on day 14 of the 49ers training camp. Keep in mind, the following players are injured and did not practice. Jimmy Ward, Javonte Ward, Emmanuel Mosley, Eric Armstead, Mike McGlinchey, Darren Bronski, Eli Mitchell, Danny Gray, Julian Moore, Dante Johnson, Curtis Robinson. Flipping out. Half our offensive is gone. Mental. But okay, we continue on. Right, we're good. Hey, quarterback, Trey Lance. So he's done good. Completed 11 of 14 attempts against defense that was missing 3/4 of its starting secondary, which explains Lance's struggle early in camp. He's not necessarily inaccurate. He was on point today. His top receivers were George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. Simple have struggled to get open against Mosley and the 2 Wards. With those 3 injured, everything is now available to Lance. His best pass today was a 20-yard missile up the stream to Cole Jusic. Lance's only miss were an overthrown deep pass to Deebo Samuel, a well-thrown deep out to Willie Sened, who couldn't get his second foot inbounds, plus the daily drop by Julian Jennings. More on him in a minute. Lance appeared to throw with a higher arm slot today, so his passes didn't sail high. Keep it up, Trey. Okay. Second one. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel made a spring one-handed catch with his left hand on a pass Lance threw behind him on a 3rd and 6. Samuel makes extremely impressive catches for a receiver who dropped so many passes. Running back Jeff Wilson Jr. Split first string reps with Trey Sermon and completely outperformed him. Wilson Jr. was explosive and decisive, while Sermon was slow and hesitant. It's amazing the 49ers have spent 3rd-round picks on running backs 2 years in a row, and neither of them are better than Wilson Jr. Number 4, left tackle, Justin Skull. Skull had a horrific start to camp in his first pre-season game because he's coming off a torn ACL. So either he's washed up or rusty. Today he won both of his reps during one-on-ones. He booked Samson. He booked him. He was having an excellent camp, and Imoko Trey, was that Ikmoko Trey? More on him in a minute. Skull appears to be improving, which could mean he struggle while mostly rust. Right, sorry. Right tackle, Alfredo Gutierrez beat Drake Jackson and planted him on the ground face first during one-on-ones. Gutierrez never won all his drills last year. He improved so much since then. That's good. Right, guard, I want to say Nick Zach. Beat Kerry Hyder and Robert during the one-on-ones. Nick is a rookie who was awful the first 2 weeks of camp. He has improved steadily. Give him credit. Number 6, right tackle, Colton McKivitz. He's the new starting right tackle while Mike McGlinchey is injured. Today, McKivitz beat both Nick Bosa and Jordan Willis during the one-on-ones. Impressive for a player with the 49ers cut just last year. Blimey. Right tackle, Jordan Mills, the only player who could block Charles. More on him in a minute. The 49ers have elevated Miles to second string right tackle now that McClinchy is injured, which means Miles could make the 53-man roster. Number 9, Charles, I can't even pronounce that name, beat both starting guards, Aaron Banks and Spencer Burfield during one-on-ones. The 49ers look for interior rusher who can replace Erdin Key on third downs, and it appears Charles will win that job. But not so good. Wide receiver, Jenon Jennings dropped a pass again. He's having an awful training camp. To be fair, Kendrick Bourne used to drop a dozen passes every year in camp, and he played well during the regular season. Maybe Jennings is still the same way. Number 2, guard, Aaron Banks. Got bullied by someone named Kevin Atkins during the one-on-ones. I'm quite curious to see what happens when Banks faces starting defensive tackles in the regular season, because he can't block backups in practice. That's not good. Number 3, defensive end, Kimoko Ture. Is a terrific athlete, but he doesn't blend well, which means he's not particularly effective as an edge rusher. He either gets pushed behind the quarterback, or he does a spin move to the inside. Today he tried the spin move against Trent Williams, and Justin Skull got nowhere but both times. Toure has been one of the biggest disappointments of camp so far. That's not good. Safety, George Odom, gave up 10-yard catch on a 3rd and 5, also gave up 15-yard catch on a 2nd and 13. In both cases, Odom was nowhere near the ball. He was backpedaling rather than breaking on passes right in front of him. He was opportunity to start at free safety, and now back Jamie Ward. Jamie Ward is out roughly a month with a hamstring injury. Jesus. But now it seems the 49ers will go with more. Okie dokie. Pretty mental, but Trey Lance is doing all right. I mean, so Trey Lance has been on the good 8 times and the not so good 6 times. So he's still getting there, he's improving. So, but at least he's doing better now. I mean, it's not easy, but we see it a lot during training camps. As Grant Cohn said, one individual player, he's rusty and rubbish during pre-season, but when it gets into regular season, he's on it. Here we go. Kendrick Bourne was the same. But here you go. But yeah, but that's good. 11 of 14 passes. Fair play to him. Well done. That's the training camp for day 14. Like I said, I apologise for being late for everything, but I'm back on track and I'm kicking ass again. So leave a comment, guys. Tell me what you think of training camp day 14. Thank you very much as well for the 477 subscribers. Really fortunate. I appreciate you guys subscribing. If you're new, guys, subscribe. I've got a gaming stream, which is like a demo stream to see if my connection works. And if it does, leave a comment. And then I will be streaming the live stream of the 49ers going to Minnesota, take on the Vikings at night time. So stay in tune for that. I think Saturday night. So stay in tune. Guys, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next video.